Pole saws are the new thing. Oh, what's up? American Woodworker 1992. Good edition. Anyways, what's up, y'all? I'm Mike D. This is the Whack and Check, and if you're here, you already know what's up. Last couple of videos, been a little more complex, couple goofy things going on out. Just want to get that out of my system. Today, we're going back old school, the way the foundation of this channel was started up. We're going to take a couple pieces of wood, we're going to turn it into something cool, we're going to make you some bank. Stick around. All right, so on my online research and super in-depth detective skills that I've been using, I've noticed that a lot of things that were cool back in like the 80s, like, leg warmers and share and stuff like that are coming back. So why not monopolize on that? And today we're going to do that. Today's going to be a two-build video, super quick. First one, I've got this cut off a flaming box elder. A little bit of a live edge on it. We're going to use that. And we're going to make something you haven't seen in probably 2 decades. Piece of flaming box elder here. It's got different grain showing through on different sides. And with this, we really want to capture this red, crazy looking grain. And honestly, I probably need to knock about 1/4 to a 1/2 inch off this to get the desired thickness we want. So for that, we're going to make quick use of it and run this bad boy through our planer. And I'll speed through this, but all right, so here's the dilemma. This side obviously has got more of the exposed edge, but this side's grain is a lot more prettier. So I think we're going to go ahead and run with this side. We'll keep the care of the live edge, but I'm going to move this and clean off my bench, and we'll get back into it. Next step, we're going to take our magazine, because not so much back in the day, but now magazines tend to come in different sizes and stuff like that, because nothing can be simple. And we just kind of like, we don't want the wood to cover the entirety of the magazine. Still want a little bit of it exposed and all that, but we want to make sure that we get the figure, the grain, and all that in there and still look decent. But we want to easily be able to slide a magazine down inside this. So eyeballing, we'll straighten it up here in a minute. I want to get the basic width of our magazines. And I'd say that would probably about do it. We can shape this down here a little bit more with the sander and all that, but I want to be able to capture this grain, put a rolled edge on this, and then we really got to make sure these are straight. So in order to do that, we're going to take this over to the table saw. We're going to try to line us up a straight edge on this side. That way we can 90-degree off and make these. All right, we knocked a straight edge into this. Take our square. And you can see how off that was just from tracing the magazine. So we know our width's good. So we're going to go ahead and straight line this now, and this will be our actual cut lines. All right, everything's chopped out, sanded, smooth, all that cool stuff. This is really going to look awesome when we're done with it. We're not going to have this live edge, but there's not a whole lot of it on there to accent, so hell with it, we'll do it live. Speaking of live, I am going to be doing a live this Sunday at 7 p.m. I'd like to see a few of y'all there. Pretty cool. First one, doing it from my phone. Might be pretty janky, I don't know. Moral support is awesome. Anyways, we got a piece of pine here. We know that we're going to put 45-degree bevels on the bottom of this, and we know that our overall width of the flaming box elder is 8 5/8. So this is 1/2 inch thick. 1/2 inch times 2 is an extra inch. So we're going to add 9 5/8 on top. Mark it off, which I've already did. Straight edge, make sure it's straight. And then we're going to split these two right here. The overall length right down the middle, and that should give us enough for the walls on this. Each one of these pieces will get a 45-degree bevel on the bottom, and this short piece here will get a 45-degree bevel on both sides. I'm not going to take it to the table saw because you've seen me do this a couple times now, so stick around, be right back. We're doing multiple builds on this video. Alright, so before we start test fitness and everything else, we know that this is going to be our front piece. It's going to be facing out towards whoever's looking at it. I want to run a chamfer across this edge right here, just to give it another angle and maybe soften up that edge just a little bit. Chamfer, once we sand it, it'll kind of round over a little bit. So that'll be right about where we need to be. Harbor Freight Special palm router because I'm poor and we're working on a budget, right? Ain't no shame in the game as long as it works, boys and girls, for that matter. We've got a 45-degree bit on this. We're going to go ahead and go across the top of this and angle it. And we'll do that now. I'll speed through this so you ain't got to hear the ungodly noise of this thing. Just like that. We'll hit it with our sander, make sure everything's smooth where it needs to be, and then we're going to start building the walls on the bottom of it. This one's about done. Alright, so we've already put some glue in the corners of our miters here. Just to let know we ain't playing around. We're going to jam a couple brads in through the bottom. Then we're going to go around here and make sure we clean up all the excess glue because that's really going to come into play if we go to stain this. This is going to be our frame for our outside. This going to sit just outside of that. All right, so we've rounded everything off. 45'd everything off. Gave it a sanding. Got all the glue out of the tracks. It's fairly sturdy at the moment. We're not going to burn this like we did the tambour doors in the last video. We're just going to go over it a little bit to accent the grain because whenever I put this super old, and I mean super old, Mission Oaks paint on there, I kind of want the grain to be seen through it. So give this thing a little bit of love. Probably wonder why I got a clamp on here. This is finally dry enough to work with a little bit. And the idea is that our magazines are going to go in like this. Well, if your magazines are laying flat, they're going to be against the wall, and it's really going to defeat the purpose. So I'm wanting to cant our piece of box elder ever so slightly and pivot it from the top up here. If you notice, I've lined up the edge of the 45s on both sides, and I want it to tilt in at the bottom just a little bit so the magazines can lean forward. So I've kind of got this clamp on here, kind of holding it because God only gave me 2 hands. We're going to go ahead and pop a brad in the top, right above that, and right below that clamp. Little air compressor. Sorry, guys. Now, we're going to take this out here to the paint booth, aka the top of the trash can, and we're going to bath this bad boy in clear so we can make all this red pop. It'll contrast with the brown, the lighter wood, and everything else. All right, so you guys ready to see this? Look at that green. While this is drying, we'll go ahead and get started on our second project. All right, I've said it about 1,000,000 times in my videos. Well, probably not, since there's only like 20 videos counting shorts. But people love containers. It's almost like we're predisposed to actually just wanting containers of any size, shape, or size we can get. Keeping with the theme from the first video, I've got a slab of flaming block solder here that I use any chance I get because I love this stuff. And I've got this nice piece of plain down poplar. I want to eyeball the figure on this piece and find which I think will be the best lid. And then I'm going to trace out. There you go. The best piece for it. Cut that out, mill it, all that good stuff to where I've got the same size piece of this as I do this. It'll be thinner. It's going to be the top of this. But we're not doing a hinge box. We're not doing a pin box. We're going to do a different kind of box, and I really think that you guys are going to like it. All right, guess whose table saw just took an epic shit on him. I'll go ahead and walk you through it. What you want to do is you want to set your blade to a 30-degree angle. Move your fence to the left side of the blade. That's how you're going to get those cuts. This is going to be a sliding dovetail. I'm getting ready to do some sketchy stuff with a compound miter here, and I don't want to be responsible for you guys trying at home, so I'm not going to show you that. I'll be back with you here in a minute. Alright, so since our table saw took the epic shit at impeccable timing, had to do some stuff that's kind of sketchy with the sliding portion of the sliding dual bevel. Hindsight being 2020, it's probably no more dangerous than using an old radial arm saw, but trying to keep this monetized here, and I want to keep these. That being said, I have crafted me up a jig with my router, palm router, mounted off the side of the table. A back block here, and we're going to run this through here so we can get this long dovetail cut evenly. I'm going to give it a shot. Hopefully this thing don't yeet off and bash me in the face. Let's get her done. Promised y'all 2 builds, and by God, we're going to get it. Now that we've got our thick bottom piece of poplar squared up, the top will slide right on this. I know there's a gap right there. We're going to take our hand planes. We're going to knock this down a little bit to where this fits smooth. Slides on there. But right here on top of it, marked out this frame. When you're marking this out, make sure that you go past the indents of your dovetail, or you'll ruin all the work you just done. We're going to take some Forstner bits, hollow this out a little bit, and then we're going to do some work with some chisels to make it our desired depth. We'll probably make this about 1.5 inches deep in the center void. And then we're going to do a little fancy router work with the top of it, kind of cove it, give it a couple different angles and lines. And these are surprisingly pretty whenever they're done. So I'm going to get on that. Sheet 120. This is relatively soft wood. Alright, so I think I got this mic working again. If not, it'll be another voiceover. Got our box done. For the most part, we're still going to felt line the inside of this. But, just like the magazine rack, here's where the magic happens with this stuff. Change the camera angle. We're going to hang up our magazine rack. Threw me a couple screws up in the wall. Door, call it what you want. Small shop. It's a wall to me. It might open later. Put keyholes in the back of our frame right here. Knock the dust off this bad boy. Ain't no shop complete without American woodworker. I don't care if it is from 1992. Simple, catches your eye, and different. I've seen these go online on Etsy for upwards of $75. We've got nowhere near that in them, even with the flaming box elder. This is definitely something that you guys could batch out and make bank off of. Alright, y'all. Sorry the table saw took crap on me, but that's just kind of part of having a wood shop. I'll get it back up and running. We'll get on with it by the next video. I did, however, manage to complete the project. Flaming box elder top. Rainbow poplar bottom. Got my shop logo burning there. This entire piece on the bottom is made out of one solid piece of wood. So I guess it's more of a true wraparound than any other wraparound you've seen. Boxes are utilitarian. People buy boxes. We've all proved that at craft shows, online, everything like that. As far as the magazine rack goes, it satisfies a need with a want. It doesn't matter if you put a slab front on it like I did or a picket front on the front of it. People are going to buy it because it satisfies a need. And if you could satisfy a need with a partial want, people want your object more than they want the other object, you've got the market cornered and yours will sell faster. So, that being said, thank each and every one of y'all for sticking around. It's been a fun build. It's been a crazy couple weeks. House is almost done. But with that being said, I can't wait any longer. So tomorrow, November the 10th at 7 p.m. Eastern, Whack and Shack's going live. I don't give a damn if 5 of y'all show up or 5,000. We're still going to rock that shit like it's Madison Square Garden. So, if you can show up, show up. If not, I'll see you around. I'd like to pick y'all's brains. Y'all can pick my brains if there's anything in there you want. Shoot the shit with y'all. Y'all seem like some cool people and just generally have some fun with some people with a like mind. Other than that, peace, God bless, love y'all. I'm out.